Most people think VA loans are harder to win with, but the truth is they're one of the strongest offers in today's market if you know how to use them. And today I'm going to walk you through exactly how VA loans work, how to use them the right way, how veterans are buying homes with zero down and still competing at a high level. And if this is your first time joining the channel, I'm Samantha Iannelli with eXp Realty, and I help you move with clarity, strategy, and confidence here in the Lehigh Valley. This year alone, I've worked with over a dozen veterans helping them find housing. So if you're looking to buy, sell, understand how to win in this market, this channel is for you. The first objection I hear all the time: VA loans are harder to get accepted. Sellers don't want to deal with them. The appraisal kills the deal. And yes, those things can absolutely happen, but the truth is it's not the loan. It's how it's being used. I can't stress this enough. When VA deals fall apart, it's usually because the lender wasn't experienced in administering the loan. The agent didn't understand the guidelines, or the deal wasn't structured properly from the start. All of these things are big game changers. And if you don't have someone experienced working on your side, that's where these pitfalls can happen. I'll tell you, on the lending side, that's probably one of the most frustrating ones. And something that a lot of people don't understand is you don't have to go to your local VA bank like Navy Federal. You can use a local broker and they actually know the products better. Where this actually becomes a real problem. Most veterans don't fully understand how the process actually works, what's required, or how strong of a position they're really in. So what happens? They hesitate, they lose deals, or they don't even try to buy because they don't understand. And in a competitive market, that hesitation can cost you. So I'm here today to break down everything. How do you start and how do you get the keys to your new home? Let's break this down step by step and see how to actually use a VA loan the right way. So first, you need your certificate of eligibility, also known as your COE. This proves to lenders that you qualify based on your service. Typically, that means 90 days active duty, 181 days during peacetime, or 6 years in the National Guard or Reserves. You can get your COE through the Benefits e-portal, by mail, or most commonly, your lender can pull it for you. 2, find a VA-approved lender. This is important. VA does not lend money. The loan is issued through private lenders, banks, mortgage companies, credit unions, and the VA guarantees a portion of it. That means not all lenders are created equal. You want someone who understands VA loans inside and out because that can impact how smooth your deal goes. And more often than not, I see this as the most important critical piece. And I know I've said this before, not all VA lenders are the same. So when you are choosing a lender, you want to ask, how often do they administer it? What is their process? How quickly can they close? What are the requirements? And how can they serve you and benefit you? If they can't answer all of these smoothly, or it's not something that they always do, move on. I've seen ones go really well and I've seen them go really wrong. So the lender piece is huge. And I've got you covered there if you're looking for the best. Step 3, get pre-approved. This is where strategy starts. Pre-approvals tell you what you can afford, what your monthly payment is going to look like, and how strong you are as a buyer. It also tells the seller that you're serious and ready to go if they ask for your qualification before you view a home, which does happen a lot in this market. Honestly, without having a pre-approval, it's kind of like going shopping without your credit card. You are just looking without really understanding what your purchasing power is and what's going to be comfortable for you. This is often something that I hear a lot when we're talking pre-approval. People are worried that their credit is going to take a hit. But what actually happens is a lender does a soft credit pull. So it doesn't ding your credit, just gives them confidence that we're all on the same page when we're helping you to buy a home. So really important, step 3, get that pre-approval before anything else. Number 4 is the fun part. Find a home, make an offer. VA loans are for primary residents, which means you're buying a home that you plan to live in. When you make an offer, one key piece is the VA escape clause. This protects you if the home appraises lower than your purchase price. Step 4, find a home, make an offer. This is the fun part. VA loans are loans for primary residences. So this means that you're buying a home that you plan to live in. So we hit the road, we start looking at homes that are within your pre-approval budget, And then we structure a deal to win. And this again is where it's really important to have the right realtor on your side. You want to make sure that when you're asking a realtor, you understand how much experience they have representing veterans, how much experience do they have representing the loan product. You're finding a home and finally making an offer on the home of your dreams. It is so important to have a realtor on your side that not only is advocating for you, but is advocating for the VA loan product. This is where strategy hits the road and becomes one of the most important pieces. If a realtor can't explain the value and the leverage that a VA loan product gives to our veterans, that's where a lot of these deals lose. So choosing someone who has worked with the community and understands how to push through the barriers and the challenges and some of the false interpretations of the loan product, this is really a key component for you. 5, your offer is accepted and we start moving through the processes of it being under agreement. VA requires an appraisal, but it's not just value. It's looking that the home meets minimum property requirements like safety issues, heating systems, roof condition, peeling paint in older homes. Now, this is important. The VA appraisal is not a home inspection. So if you are concerned about the components of the home, safety of the home, or just want a better understanding of how it works from the inside out, a home inspection can do those things for you. Whereas the VA appraisal inspection is more focused on value and again, making sure that the home is basically in acceptable living condition. So they are different. Once the property is under agreement, your lender is going to order the appraisal. If you are doing a home inspection, I can, or your realtor can help guide you towards professionals that can get that done for you. You will be required to put down what's called an earnest money deposit, which is a good faith deposit, usually around 1 to 2% of the value of the home. And this is deducted from your total cash to close. Something that I do want to clarify is that while the VA loan product is a 0% down payment loan product, there are still closing costs associated with that. Running a title search to make sure you're getting a home clear with a clean title, and any closing fees that your lender may choose along with transfer tax. So while your down payment on the loan is 0, there are still fees associated with closing. And those are your closing costs. Once you are under agreement, your lender will take your full formal application, and that's where they will give you your first disclosure of what those fees look like. Prior to going under agreement, we will give you a buyer estimated cost sheet, however, that estimates these pretty darn close so you know and can feel confident with the decision that you're making ahead of time. 6, underwriting and closing. At this stage, your lender is verifying everything: income, credit, assets. Once you're fully approved, you move to closing, sign your documents, and get the keys. This is closing day and the whole reason why we started this process. This is the day that you get to move in, begin moving in, or begin making those improvements to your home. Simplify the most important things that you need to know. The home must be your primary residence. You must meet service requirements. There is no down payment required in most cases, but there is a one-time VA funding fee. This can often be rolled into the loan, and some veterans are exempt depending on disability status. Second question I get a lot is, can you use the loan again? This is one of the most common misconceptions. And yes, you can use it more than once. You can sell your home, restore your entitlement, and use it again. You can even have multiple VA loans at once in certain situations. Why does this matter? When used correctly, this is one of the most powerful loan products. 0 down payment, no PMI, competitive rates, and the ability to get into a home faster than most buyers even realize. Typical closing timeline when using a VA loan is no more than your standard 30 days. Again, if you're using the right lender. It can take longer if the lender has longer processing times, or if something comes back on an appraisal and it needs a reconsideration. Those are just 2 things that can hold it up. But typically 30 days from the day that I say your offer is accepted to the day that I'm handing you the keys. If you're a veteran or active duty and have been unsure about buying, don't let misinformation hold you back. With the right strategy, the right lender, the right guidance, this loan can put you in an incredibly strong position. And if you're thinking about buying, relocating to the Lehigh Valley in 9 days, 90 days, or even 9 months from now, subscribe to my channel, follow along, and I will help you navigate this market the right way. Until next time, I'll see you around town. And if you are a veteran or an active duty military member of our community or thinking about relocating, thank you so much for your service. It would be an absolute honor to help you find your next home.